Can you take us to those moments where I left off and tell us what you witnessed?
Yes, ma'am. So, like you said, we were done with the last call. We were heading home, heading back to our vehicle. My friend had walked in somewhere. I had walked right past her, not paying attention, and I was just walking in a group of people. I looked up at some point and saw that there was a vehicle coming towards us on Bourbon Street, which is kind of out of the normal, just because they barricade and block off Bourbon. Therefore, so that we can all walk on the actual street and have more room. But it was New Year's Eve, so I didn't think really anything of it, just because anything is possible. But anyways, I saw it, figured maybe I should step up on the sidewalk, get out of their way for whatever reason they're coming. Realized that he had front end damage of his vehicle. And just about as soon as I realized that is when he sped up and hit everyone that I was standing with or walking with. He swerved back and forth through the street for what I can only assume to try to hit everyone all at the same time. As soon as he passed by, he sped up even faster to get to the next crowd over, which was about a half a block away from me. And that's when the gunshot started. Right before the gunshot started and right after he had passed us was when everything kind of stood still for a minute. And I realized like how fast and how insane like things were. Like I was walking with all these people laughing, and they were all talking about, things that had happened between, I'm assuming that night. And then next thing I know, all these people are on the ground. I watched all of them get hit, and it was very, very, very traumatic.
Did you get a look at him as he passed by? Could you see his face?
No, ma'am. His windows were blacked out, so you couldn't see anything in the vehicle.
But you saw that he was swerving, and you think he was aiming specifically to hit as many people as he could?
I believe so. I can only speculate at this point. I don't really know what it was, but it seemed as though we were kind of the first group of people that he come in contact with on Bourbon Street. So I can only assume that that's what he was doing, because he did really hit all the people that I was walking in a crowd with. It was kind of a thin crowd, so there was kind of people like a little group here and a little group there. So he was swerving regardless. It didn't seem as if he was swerving before he got to us, but that's just what I noticed and can only assume.
Paige, thank God you're okay. Thank God your friend is okay. Can you tell me what you saw immediately after he passed you and had hit all of those people that you were with? What was the scene like?
It was surreal. It really didn't seem like it was a real thing that had happened. And when I looked around, it seemed as if everybody was dead. Nobody was moving. They were, in the moment, it felt like they were all dead. That it was quiet. I don't feel like anybody really knew what was coming. Nobody really screamed. It happened so fast. So it was quiet. People were just, it didn't seem like there was even wind blowing at the time. And then all of a sudden the gunshots went off and people were screaming and people were coming out of buildings and all kinds of places to help with all the victims that were on the ground at the time.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.